Hi there, designer friends, and welcome back to another review of the best websites of the month. If this is your first time here, welcome to Flux. We cover everything design and the business of design, so make sure you're subscribed for more design content, and let's dive right into it. Today we've got a bunch of e-commerce website, experimental stuff, some software stuff. You're gonna love this. Let's dive right into it. So the first website I wanna show you is this one. It's called Block Watches. And what I think is interesting about this from a brand and how a brand goes through web design is that there's the concept here of this is watches, Swiss watches for kids. So imagine they're trying to combine the idea of the accuracy of something Swiss together with the playfulness of for kids. And again, this is an e-commerce website. So first of all, you can see that, everything here is moved in a funny, in a fun little way, right? And also check out the combination of the typography, which I think is, we have the block, which is kind of like a solid serif, but it's playful because it's broken, the block of the logo. And then the other font is kind of like a round, more kids-friendly, playful song. And then they have this 3D here, which is fun, right? They have the video, and then there's the actual e-commerce. So pretty solid. The fun comes, I guess, from the colors, but you can also see, first of all, this a really fun interaction that when you go to the left, it feels like the website goes to the right, so it's kind of like a nice interaction. But also look at the color, the buttons that change their color. They're also kind of like this roundy shape. Works well with the typography. A lot of people use the round corner buttons, but then it doesn't have any context and it doesn't work with the other choices here. But here you see round font, round buttons, and it's playful. Everything is playful. They work a lot with the circles, right? Bring, crafted in Switzerland, with the red of Switzerland, designed with gusto. So I really like the playfulness that we have here, right? So it's on one side, solid, very Swiss. You can see from the imagery and the watches that it's like super professional, but then everything is so playful. They have all of these fun interactions. Look at the motion of the letters. It just kind of like gives friendliness into it, kind of like this spaciness. I really like the combination here and all of the scroll interaction that really makes this website super fun. All right, let's continue to the next website, which is called Amy, and this is a software calendar and to-do list app. Now, there's a few things I like here. First of all, I want to say off the bat, I really think they tried to make this website. I'm just going to scroll through this for the first time, but I really think they basically try to do it very much like Apple. I think the choice of almost everything is white and gray with a very clean kind of like serif font. Even the layout here, if you check out the Apple website, they're now using the grid. So I think, but note that the difference is that they have these playful interaction. When you hover over one of these grid elements, it kind of bounces a little bit, and also the corners around. So again, very similar to Apple, but a little bit more playful. But in terms of also the UI of their software, I think they really try to went for the look that is very seamless within the Apple ecosystem. So they try to make kind of like a playful variation of an Apple website, and I really love this. One more thing that I really love about this website is what they did here. So instead of just putting testimonials like a lot of people do, they've made this interactive. So these are actually just like people who tweeted about the product and they were like, wow, I can't wait to use it, and like, this is sick. So these are the testimonials, but it feels like kind of like a UI, in all the software like Figma or everything where you collaborate with other people. So you see the people that you collaborate here right on the right side of the website, and you can actually see this, and you can see this is from 3 days ago. So this is kind of like a dynamic component. They also probably encourage you to add one of your own. If you add on Twitter, you can leave one of your own thing here. So it gives you a motivation to leave a testimonial about how excited you are about this. And I love this. I think this is quite innovative way of, number one, showing social proof, showing real people excited about the project, and also encouraging you to add your own over there. I think this is actually brilliant. You might want to steal this on your next web design project. All right, the next website I want to show you is this one for a films company. And this is a very simple website, but there's a few cool things about this. By the way, I'm using Wapalizer to know what they're building. This was actually built on Webflow. And there's really something cool. First of all, I love how they're using a bold name of the company, but as you scroll down, it kind of minimizes into F5312. I love this. I think a lot of people either they put the big of the company big and then they don't put it on the nav, or they just put it on the nav. So I think this is nice. The other thing is when you hover over these different projects, you get the background changes and it's kind of like a blurry image of the project in the background. Now this is really nice. We've seen lately in a lot of the reviews that we did here, it's pretty trendy where you just have the list of the projects, and when you hover over them, you just see an image pops up above your cursor. This is a variation on this trend, I think, with just a background blur change. I love this. Also, if you click on this, this is actually the transition into the actual page itself. So now it's loading and my internet is really slow, but basically it's seamlessly transitioning into the page. And I think it's a really, really cool transition. So that's what I like about this. Otherwise, very solid typography, grid-based layout here, which I'm always a sucker for. Now, the next one that I want to show you is super, super cool. This one is it's for a brand called Mui, I guess. It's an e-commerce website, but what they did here is really, really cool. They created like an arty experience. Let me scroll through this and show you. It's called Defy Gravity. Basically, you scroll through this and things are changing, scenery and a lot of things are happening, but as you scroll through them, you're actually seeing products. So right now you're seeing this chandelier, and you can see here the gravity chandelier, and you can click and buy this, or you can keep scrolling, and these weird worlds that are moving and weird stuff is happening, but you're actually going through, so this is the liquid layer carpet, you're actually going through products in an e-commerce website, but in a kind of an experimental, artsy way. Now, what's beautiful here, this is nothing really complicated here. These are just elements that are separate on the background, and they're reacting to scroll position. So this is just kind of like a next level parallax and scroll experience, but I love it that they've used it to actually explore their different products in a very nice and artistic way. I love this. I think this is really, really brilliant. You actually have to, I think, write a script for this, or kind of like to plan how you cut out all the different elements and what will happen when you're scrolling through them. I think this is brilliant. Of course, you can just click one of them and then you're basically just going into a normal e-commerce website where you can see the product. You have the buy now button, and it's basically, again, my internet today sucks, but yeah, this is like a solid e-commerce. I love this because I think this pushes the limits and the boundaries of e-commerce today, which most of the time is just grid-based, and it tends to be a little bit boring. By the way, they probably have here, if you're going to the main website, I think if you just go here into mui.com, you'll also get the standard e-commerce website. So they have that as well, right? So this is discover the design, and then you're getting into the categories. Then it becomes kind of like a solid e-commerce. So they have that, but they've also created some kind of an artistic experiment, which I think is awesome. So well done, Mui Design. The last one that I want to show you is another e-commerce website. This is called Christu 1910 days, or basically what they sell here is kind of like these things, placements, insoles for the shoes that are going to help you, for people with, I guess, feet problem. But what's really cool about this is, number one, the branding. They took something which, I don't know, to me sounds pretty boring, like insoles for your shoes, but they've made such a cool brand about this. I really feel like this is quite inspired by, I don't know if you're familiar with Happy Socks, but they're kind of like the company that first made socks interesting with playful kind of socks. They're trying to do the same pretty much to those insoles, and I love this. I like how, it's kind of like very, very playful and in your face with cool colors, but the whole website also is The whole website is a horizontal scroll. There's also this cool effect where you're scrolling really fast. Note that the typography is kind of being slanted as if it's moving super, super fast. I love this effect. And everything here is, again, horizontal scroll, but I think it's really, really nice. They have this carousel here that's coming, and as you're scrolling, the carousel here slides. I think this is really innovative, and it's not just like the boring, again, scroll down page. They did some really, really cool stuff here. Also, I think this is a really brilliant example to show you how imagery that is using the same color and art direction works together with sometimes illustration and animation, and then sometimes it works with videos, and they can handle all of these different media types, and it still looks cohesive. The website looks cohesive, the brand looks cohesive. I think it's really, really great. Also, simple, typography, bold in your face, but together with the illustration and together with the color, it just looks so good. So I think this website is just so fun to scroll, fun to experience. I want these things. I don't even need them, but I want them. And this is, I think, the power of design. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this roundup of the five latest websites that we've loved. Let me know in the comments below which one you love best. And if you want to see us break through technically, maybe how to build any of them with Webflow, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.